What's up, folks? Alaska Finish here, and today I'm gonna talk about how the pop culture influenced my musical tastes. So, just a little disclaimer: some of the things or some of the topics I'm gonna mention, maybe they're really not so much pop. But yeah, it's still culture, so let's get it on. Uh, you know, when I was a little kid, not maybe not so little kid, but back in 2003 and 2004, uh, there was a TV channel here in Portugal called SIC Radical, and it still exists, but now it's a lot of different, man. Back in the days, it would broadcast WWE, wrestling, and stuff. Cool stuff. Even anime. But nowadays, it just got a little bit boring, and with Love Island and that kind of crap, you know. And one day, I was just zapping through the TV, and I found that channel. I already knew the channel, but the thing that was uh, being broadcast was Monday Night Raw, you know, and it was Randy Orton, and yeah, he was showing some pictures, some big ass pictures. Uh, I think he was spitting in the face of Ric Flair, and you know, he was pissing Triple H off and Batista, you know. And back in the day, Randy Orton was part of a wrestling crew called the Evolution. Motorhead did the theme song, and man, I was really, really addicted to wrestling back in the days. And what kind of influence that got in me, you know, the music, man. As I mentioned, Motorhead did the theme song, and back in the day, Kane had a brutal entrance song that I years uh, some years after that, I found out the song was called "Slow Chemical," and is played by Finger 11, and that got that that guitar sound, and Kane doing the stuff and the flames going up, man. It was really, really amazing, man. You know, I had the same feeling with the Batista song, the first song by Johnston. I guess Jim Johnston, Jim Johnson. I don't know. He's a guy from Raw. He used to make the songs for man, and that kind of song. I Walk Alone from Saliva. The first riff, and then he screams. That first riff was also in the first the first theme song that I ever heard from Batista. You know, Triple H was already having the game theme song. It was before of the King of Kings. You know, man, Edge was already using Metalingus from Alter Bridge. You know, man, some brutal theme songs. Back in the day. Paul Andrick. I forgot. Paul London, yeah, Paul London and Brian Kendrick back in the day had a huge. Man, I guess I'm really into that, to that kind of era, because it makes me feel nostalgic as fuck, because that was some good times for me, because I was learning, I was um, knowing new music, and some new genres that I didn't knew. I was watching wrestling. That was really cool back in the day, and you know, heavy music and pro wrestling. I was really into that, man. High flying dudes, man. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, man, doing that kind of stuff. You know, you got the Undertaker with that legendary theme song. Man, it was really cool. Chris Jericho, man, with his own song, man. Even the Heartbreak Kid and Michaels, man, with that poppy song, man. And this kind of stuff had a really a huge influence on me. And what can I say? I was really inspired by by that kind of songs, that kind of music back in the day, you know. And even movies, movies had a great impact on my life. I have to mention, man, the Fast and Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious and the Tokyo Drift soundtracks were really not game changing, but they were really cool, because you have that song. Do you want deep enough? Na, 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 da, da, da. It was really cool. I don't know. I can't remember the band that performs that song, but in that movie, man, you got Nate Dogg, you got Ja Rule, I guess. On the second, on Too Fast Too Furious, you got Ludacris, Fat Joe. Man, the Too Fast Too Furious soundtrack. I listened to a lot back in the day. Tokyo Drift, man. You got Teriyaki Boys, Nerd, the five, six, seven, eights. Uh, I guess it's Fanny Pack. They have that song. Hey, mommy, you're sexy. Hey, mommy, you're beautiful. Dragon Ash, man, great songs, man. Great song, cool songs. And they were not heavy, because they were, all over the place. You had hip hop, you got trap, you got garage rock, man. And that kind of influenced my musical taste a lot. And yeah, you know, I was really one band. You may not know this about me, but I love Creed. I'm not joking, man. I love Creed. And when Eddie Guerrero passed, rest in peace, Eddie. I love that guy. And I cried a lot. My sister just had born. My sister was not even 1 month old when Eddie passed, and I cried really, really hard, because even though Eddie Guerrero on those last months he was playing the bad guy gimmick, I was really into what he was as a wrestler. And when he died, my mother, I guess for Christmas, yeah, for Christmas, she gave me a bootleg DVD from Eddie Guerrero story, Shitting Death, Stealing Life, the Eddie Guerrero story. It has two DVDs, two discs. The first disc is Family Talking, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio talking, Jim Ross, Vince McMahon. Chavo, and the soundtrack, Mushroom Head, Soil, Cedar, and the last song that plays is Higher from Creed. As a kid, knowing that someone struggled so much in life and that so many problems with alcohol and other substances, that kind of hit me hard. But that song at the end, Can You Take Me Higher? Man, that really hit me. And this was 2005, I guess. Fast forward 2010. I dated a girl. Her dad gave me a lot of CDs. Creed was in there. I finally found the song. When one day I was sitting on the bench. I can see this image clearly. One day I was sitting on the bench, and I was, with my laptop, putting the CD there, and I found out the song. Man, I knew that song would be my favorite. Like forever. It still is one of my favorite songs ever. Top 5 every time. Top 5, man. And I can go, and I can live like a year without listening to the fucking song, but that's a great song, man. I love Creed. And yesterday I saw that the documentary again, and it still hits the same, man. It's a great song. It's tragic story, unfortunately, but yeah, life happens. And yeah, and I found out Creed through that, and the Eddie Guerrero tribute video that was aired on Monday Night Raw. It features the song Here Without You by Three Doors Down. Man, really into that song. Love that song. And yeah, it kind of influenced me, man. That post-grungy vibe. Later on it became, because of that, and joining the fact, by that age I was already listening to Sepultura. Thanks. Funny fact, first of all, let me finish the sentence. I was listening to Sepultura thanks to my dad. Funny fact, I started listening to heavy metal or metal, because of The Simpsons. On that episode that Otto is dating Becky, I guess. When she asks, Otto drives by with the bus and say, "Becky, listen to this," and he starts to play that song from Poison. Every rose has its thorn, and he says, "Becky, do you want to be my thorn?" or something like this. And it wait a minute, and it starts a solo. And I was, man, what is this? Is this metal? Of course it's not. Is this metal or And I went to my father. Hey, Dad, do you have any metal CDs? And he said, I have a Sepultura one. Yeah, all right. And I went to listen, and the first song that I ever listened from Sepultura was Territory. So yeah, of course, Chaos is my favorite album. And that was really it, man. It's a funny story how I started listening to metal songs, and later I met some a guy that he was already listening to Slipknot, and his uncle was listening to Necrophagus and Cradle of Filth, and we just clicked, man. We listened to the same songs, and thanks to that, um, and thanks to that kind of relationships with people that were really really apart from what I was, and I started listening to more kind of stuff. I had a professor. Funny fact, I started listening to Smashing Pumpkins because of The Simpsons. I saw Smashing Pumpkins on an episode, and I went to my father's CD collection, and I found out the greatest hits from them. It was really cool. Blink 182 as well, because of The Simpsons. The Simpsons influenced my musical taste a lot, really, really a lot. You know, we back in the day, 2003 and such, we had a Portuguese series, like soap opera, for teens, that was called in Portuguese Morangos com Açúcar, that translates strawberry with sugar. And you know, the first two, three seasons, you had some rock in there, and it started to go more. I found out about Interpol, the Irish Maneuver song, through that series, and yeah, it was really cool because on the first seasons you had you know a lot of rock and that rebel vibe, and yeah, it was really cool. And later on it begins to go more to, I don't know, different kind of stuff that I still don't like it, you know and that's that's really it. And I remember we had another teens soap opera that I think it was called Rebel Way, I guess it is. Rebel Way or Rebel Way, I don't know. I never saw it. I never saw it. Oh. But the opening song, it was "To Be Loved" by, I guess it, no, "To Be Loved" was the opening song from Monday Night Raw, and that song was also featured on that teen soap opera. You know, that it's really cool, man. How uh, nowadays I talk to you know some people from my generation. I don't know what the hell happened, but few people are still rocking, this kind of music, punk and metal and that kind of stuff. The only thing that the only genre that passed, and it kind of sticked. It was new metal, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, and Linkin Park. People are obsessed with Linkin Park, man. All right, sorry, I really enjoy Hybrid Theory and Meteora, on that record with Jay Z. But that's it. All right, that's it, man. They're not so fucking great, man. Chill down, man. Chill down. I know. I understand the hype about System of a Down. They kick ass, man. Not Linkin Park, and please, not with this. I don't even want to talk about that. All right, and back to 2010. Thanks to that girl I dated for a while. I dated, yeah. I just really, we were really only friends, I guess. Fuck that. Her dad gave me a bunch of CDs. I met, I knew From Autumn to Ashes, thanks to it. I Tray You from that CDs, and I guess that was it. Yeah, I guess these were the two main bands that I found out through that. I knew Alice in Chains through that CDs. The Unplugged, the Nutshell. Man, Nutshell is a fucking great song. Great song. And back in 2010, I it was the year that I knew punk in a lot of ways. and also the year that I started listening to more goth music. You know, I back in the day I found out Typo Negative, man, him, yeah. I started listening to him because of Van Margera, you know, and yeah, I was really, 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 you know, hey man, I unlocked a memory here. I was really super fan of Van Margera back in the day, you know, because of the skating parts, you know. He's just being a total douche, you know, in a cool way, you know. He's just filming everything, causing the havoc. You know, man, I was younger, man. I found that really really cool and funny. But yeah, man, he was really obsessed with him, and yeah, it was really cool. And I guess I'm not. I think I'm not wrong. I guess I found out a compilation from BAM on a site, on a website that I downloaded. It had Clutch, Viking Skull. I've now I like some stuff from Viking Skull, you know, and I found out because of Van Margera, also Kielana, I guess. He has a movie. Says the title is Where the Fuck is Santa. It has a really cool song. Let me see if I don't know how I don't know how the I can't remember the name of the artist. Ah, the Moxie. Yeah, the song is Step Down. The Moxie. Yeah, and man, I started listening to CKY back in the day. Also, a little before because of Tony Hawk's. The quite 96 quite bitter beings was on the soundtrack, I guess. And I also knew Escape from Hellview from the Resident Evil, you know. Movies had a lot of impact as well, you know. Like I said, Fast and Furious. Um, I guess maybe I'm wrong. Freddy vs. Jason had some songs as well. Sun Doesn't Rise from Mushroom Head. I think it's from that movie. And After Dinner Payback from Mountain to Ashes also, you know. MTV back in the day had some really cool stuff going on. You know, the Korn Unplugged, I found out about The Cure through that Unplugged. I found out about Radiohead through that Unplugged because Jonathan Davis was saying that Radiohead had a major influence on him when he was in school and that kind of stuff. And it was really cool because the first time that I listened to Creep was Korn singing it. So you know that is really really cool. You know, and man, as I started to listen, to watch more movies, I got more hooked on, you know, hip hop, and you know, the bands that you usually know from the movies are, you know, already known bands. You know, I never found out a little band on a movie, on a major movie. You know, man, you even got the Hangover. You know, and Black Sabbath is spinning there. You know, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I guess even Rage Against the Machine had a song on WWE. I can't remember the wrestler. I remember his catchphrase was "We the people." I guess it was his catchphrase. Man, you know, and pop culture, man, and you know, still has some impact on my life in musical terms. You know, because even now, Oasis, I don't understand the hype. It's not. All right, it's not my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce against it. You know, even now, uh, even my feed, my YouTube feed, I don't search anything Oasis related or the brothers Gallagher related, and it still appears a lot of stuff. If I found out about a guy that he dresses really well, man. He has a really good accent, and and he talks about Oasis in the middle of the video, man. He's talking about his collection, his clothes collection, and he starts to talk about Oasis. Hey, man, because he has that park, he almost walks like this, you know, and it's still the pop culture, it still has some impact on my life because of that, you know, man. I'm Every Woman from I knew the song I'm Every Woman from um I I guess it was a commercial for perfume or such. From it's a great song from Shaka Khan that I never listened, and it was really, man, I really enjoy it. Well, Levi's had some good songs on their commercials a few years ago. I'm new uh, MIA Paper Planes, all I want to do. I knew that song because of a commercial, and pop culture still kind of amazes me because they still can do magic, and sometimes man, you're just zapping through your TV, and you catch that little piece of song, like get up, and what the hell was that? And that get up, it sticks to your head for a long time. And when you finally get that song, man, yeah, thank you. A lot of skate videos influenced me. I once watched a skate part by Chris Cole, and I I know I remember it has some stairs, and he was doing a kickflip or such, and he was uh, doing body burial as well, and the song goes. This was Danzig. It was Soul on Fire. When I finally found that song, man, damn, you know, because back in 2009, 2010, you could not search songs for uh fire. Google was dumb, you know. You either found a song, you either find a song in a, I don't know, in a miracle, in a miracle, or you just don't find the song, and the song doesn't even exist, man. And you know, when I when I found that song, man, I was really hyped. I I I found out the "You'll Never Walk Alone" by the Jerry and the Pacemakers and the Liverpool anthem through Flip Really Sorry skate video. When you walk, yeah, and of course, uh, I guess this is more personal, I guess, but Green Street Elite also had some, you know, that kind of the firm part, the casual lifestyle, the Hammers for West Ham, the lads, just chatting and you know drinking beers and going in the way days, man, that kind of influenced me because the song that they keep singing, I'm forever blowing bubbles, man, even that stick to me, you know. And because of that, I found out about Cockney Rejects, and through Cockney Rejects, I found out Cocksparrow, you know, and the oil lists starts to going wild, and you start, man, you know, that is really really amazing, man. um Pop culture, man, sometimes can give you a lot of good stuff. You just gotta be, you know, just gotta keep an eye open and, you know, just be focused, man. And sometimes, or don't be focused, sometimes the songs appear in your life and you don't even know how, man. You know, even anime had a major influence on me. You know, the J rock and J metal, man. Still now, I'm a great Japanese music fan. You know, and they are all amazing. And yeah, pop culture has. I guess this is a little. um, this is just a little. Uh, just you know, I'm just maybe touching the surface of the theme, but yeah, pop culture had a major influence on my musical taste, and it still has, you know. And that's really it, man. That's always look on the bright side of life, like the Monty Python say. And that's it, mates. I if you liked my video, please put a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're into some monologues, I guess. And if you like to if you like to know some new music or new artists, man, join the club, and maybe I can surprise you in a good way and show you some goodies. I'll make some Discover Weekly this week again, so stay tuned. And that's it. See you, folks. Cheers. Have a nice week.